GIPT for WDAT. The Grid Interconnection Processing Tool, also referred to as GIPT, is a web-based tool that allows interconnection customers to submit requests to interconnect distributed energy resources and load SCE's electrical system under SCE's interconnection tariff. GIPT was thoughtfully designed to provide the tools needed to submit online interconnection requests, review the status of a project, and submit electronic payment when required. This video explains what is WDAT and the high-level WDAT process, and explains the steps to create a new WDAT request, view a case, and use the Case 360 view. What is WDAT? SCE's Wholesale Distribution Access Tariff, or WDAT, describes the terms under which SCE provides open access to its distribution system to wholesale customers seeking to interconnect generation facilities to SCE's distribution system and deliver energy and capacity services to the California Independent System Operator-controlled grid, or deliver energy or capacity services from the Cal-ISO-controlled grid to their customers. It is important to note that WDAT is not applicable for customers seeking service under SCE's retail rates or for delivering energy or capacity services that do not originate or terminate at the Cal-ISO-controlled grid or for any other purpose not authorized by the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. WDAT process. There are 10 stages in the WDAT process. Application submittal, application review, technical evaluation, contract development, pre-construction, construction, commissioning, true-up, final billing, and long-term management. Each stage is being developed in GIPT in drops with a current drop for application submittal through contract development. Each stage has actions for SCE and customers to complete to move to the next step in the workflow. Refer to the Generator Interconnection Procedures for more information on the workflow and timeline. Logging on to GIPT. To log on to GIPT, go to the Grid Interconnections page. Locate the Grid Interconnection Processing Tool, GIPT link, and click the link. The GIPT login page displays. You'll need to log in using your SCE.com credentials. If you are not an existing SCE account holder, register for an account using the Register link. Now select Login. The login page displays. Then log in using your SCE.com username and password. The GIPT welcome page displays. The welcome page is the first screen displayed after logging on to GIPT. The left-hand navigation allows you to access your pending tasks and projects, utilize a self-help tool, leverage bulk uploads, and quickly access the 5 most recently viewed projects. The middle screen is the main work area, which displays information based on the item selected from the left-hand menu. The user's initials at the top right of the screen allows you to log off the system. Creating a new WDAT request. To create a new WDAT request, click the Create New Request drop-down menu. Then select Wholesale Distribution Access Tariff, WDAT. Make sure to select WDAT for all WDAT requests. The application page displays. The interconnection request consists of 9 sections you must fill out. The top right of the screen contains an action menu button that allows you to either refresh or close the application. The bottom buttons allow you to cancel or save the request, or advance to the next section of the application. You must complete all required fields in all sections before submitting a request. Viewing cases. You can select My Pending Tasks or My Projects to view cases. It is important to note that My Pending Tasks lists cases that require your action for specific projects, while My Projects lists all projects regardless of the task. For this example, we will view My Pending Tasks. Note that the case list displays Rule 21 projects only. To view WDAT projects, click the Program Type drop-down menu. Then select Wholesale Distribution Access Tariff, WDAT. The case list updates to display WDAT projects only. Now we will view My Projects. The My Projects work area displays. Note that similar to My Pending Tasks, the case list displays Rule 21 projects only. To view WDAT projects, click the Program Type drop-down menu. Then select Wholesale Distribution Access Tariff, WDAT. The case list updates to display WDAT projects only. Now let's view the case details. Select the project ID for the applicable case to view the case details. The Case Details page displays important information about a case. The timeline displays the status of a project by stage. Therefore, you can check the status of a project by observing the timeline. Completed stages are in green. The current stage is in yellow, and future stages are in gray. Below the timeline is the Assignments field, which displays the task being performed and the assignee for that task. When the View All button is toggled, all tasks appear on the list. This displays the tasks, assigned to, assigned on date, and status columns. Below the Assignments field is the Case 360 view, which will be explained in detail in the next section. The Actions menu button allows you to refresh, add comments, or close the application. The Withdraw button allows you to withdraw the application. Case 360 view. At the bottom of the Case Details page, you will see the Case 360 view, which displays detailed information for the selected case. The Information tab contains key attributes about the project, like project and contact details. The Attachments tab lists all attachments for the case. These can be from you and SCE. The Agreements tab contains all agreements for the project. It is important to note that you and SCE will add agreements throughout the contract development stage. Make sure to check this tab throughout the WDAT process. The Reports tab contains all reports for the project. The Comments tab lists all comments for the selected case. GIPT automatically sends you email notifications when an action is needed. However, you should routinely check the Comments tab for comments from the GIPT team throughout the process. The Payments tab lists all the payments and their status for the selected case. The MMA tab displays a history of any material modification assessments that are requested for the case. Note that not every case will request material modification assessments, so the tab may remain empty. This concludes the GIPT for WDAT video. Thank you so much for watching. For more information about GIPT, please visit the SCE.com Grid Interconnection page.